So, pretty early morning, Monday morning. Crashed in Albuquerque for the night before I head up to Loveland, Colorado. Was able to crash at my buddy's house here. Jesse Pinkman let me stay here. Pretty interesting night. He has some weird friends. But the show gets on the road, right? Gotta head up to Loveland today. Looks like I'm not going to be the first guy there. Tom Stoltman, I guess, landed yesterday, so he's going to beat me there by a day, but I'll be up there later today. Should just be a couple, I don't know, 7 or 8 hours before we get up there. Pretty excited. No, I'm good, man. Yeah, no thanks. I appreciate that, man. Yeah, no thanks for letting me crash there. Hey, dude, I don't know if I was going to tell you, but there's a weird smell coming from your house, man. You got to do something about that. Dude, the whole neighborhood stinks. All right, man. Yeah. All right. I'll catch you later, bro. All right. Sorry about that. Yeah, so heading on up to Loveland. Probably going to make a stop in Colorado Springs first. We'll see how that goes. There's is it Manitou Springs? There's an incline there. It's basically a staircase up a mountain. It's like 2,786 steps, something like that. It's something crazy. But the base of the mountain starts at 6,600 feet and ends at 8,600 feet. So there's no way I'm going to do the whole thing. I just physically won't be able to. I mean, it would, even if I did, it would probably take an entire day. So that ain't happening. But I'm excited. The weather was so awesome up here. I mean, I'm glad to get out of the 100+ degree heat. Had some interesting time at at Albuquerque so far, but I'm looking forward to getting out of here. There's really not much to do here except people watch people either. I better not say on YouTube. Let's just say sell and use extracurricular items that they can intravenously put in their body. So whatever. Oh yeah, so I had mentioned too some of the things that are going on at the Shaw Classic on Friday before everything really gets kicked off. There's going to be an arm wrestling competition, the East versus West. And there's a couple super matches. So there's a pay-per-view and actual ticketing for a few of the matches. But then there's also an arm wrestling tournament that's happening in the expo. I have a ticket to the main event. The main event has a couple big names that are arm wrestling. You have this guy, Brandon, a huge power lifter, who's going to be arm wrestling Brian Shaw. That's going to be exciting. Martin Likas is going to be arm wrestling Big Laws. He's kind of a big YouTube name in the strongman industry on YouTube. And then there's Eddie Hall and Robert Oberst. And I'm really excited about that one. Not the biggest fan of Eddie Hall's style when he arm wrestles, but you know, he ain't doing it to make friends. He ain't doing it to, you know, have to basically have it as like a PBS special, right? So it'll still be exciting to see. I got a pretty good seat for that. And then yeah, and then everything else that's going on Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, it's going to be pretty jam-packed, so I'm pretty excited. I'll get up there with like 2 extra days to spare just to chill and have a good time and relax. Man, some of these roads here are confusing. Probably should have gotten directions before I go. I'm staring at a GPS, and it still doesn't make a lot of sense to me. Like, I have to get in the right lane to make a left turn? Like, in what state is that normal? Okay. All right. Well, I'll probably cut this one short. Probably gonna charge up at a Tesla charger, get some juice, and then get on the road. Maybe go out for a walk before I go, and then grab early lunch. So far the road trip's going pretty good. Pretty excited about everything that's going on. I'll have a couple other updates when I get up to Colorado. Nothing really crazy going on in the markets other than I saw Bitcoin topped at 122,000 yesterday. I think the all-time high is right around 123,000 and change. So we're right there. I mean, we could peak that today. This week should be a good week. Honestly, I think August is going to be a good month, and we, still have about half of it left, 2/3 of it left. So we'll see what goes on. We'll just have to watch and let Bitcoin do its thing. But it's doing exactly what you expect. There's some indications that I think JP Morgan just came out and said that they're anticipating there being a rate cut not only in September, but 4 more after that, before the end of the year. So they're actually thinking there's going to be 5 rate cuts before the end of the year. And with a global M2 already spiking, with the U.S. monetary getting debased even further, if they do that, that's going to be quite the impressive feat. Why is this guy coming all the fucking way out? Man. All right, guys. Well, I'll give you an update on all that later. And then, yeah, be great, as Brian Shaw would say. See you guys on the next update.